is Howard Wolfson. I'm Deputy Mayor here in the greatest city in the world. As many times a week as I can, I ride from home to work and back. I was not an active cycler as a kid. I was probably the only kid who grew up in the suburbs and didn't really regularly ride a bike. And I think all of the focus and attention on bike lanes made me want to do it. It's just, for me, a good way to get exercise, see the city in a different way. You know, if I can get up on the bike looking like Kermit the Frog, riding down the Hudson, you know, anybody can do it. There's a scene in the Muppet movie where Kermit begins by riding his bicycle, and my style on the bike has been compared to his. We've seen poll after poll that has shown that the public supports bike lanes. Despite a lot of negative publicity, that support seems to be holding pretty steady. In New York, you ought to be able to drive your car, you ought to be able to take a subway, you ought to be able to take a bus, you ought to be able to walk, and you ought to be able to ride your bike. Over the last few months, I think people were very frustrated in some of the coverage they were reading and seeing around biking issues here. And I'm not in the business of telling the media what to do. I am in the business of telling our story, to get out the facts, to make sure people know just how safe bike lanes make the city, how well used they are. And we're going to continue to make biking a safer, more accessible option for more New Yorkers.